Okay, so God of War has been one of Sony's biggest franchises for what, 2 decades now? Yeah, and the series is officially celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. Kind of wild, right? So it started out as this super high octane Greek era hack and slash thing, really flashy, and now it's way more grounded and mature, Like cinematic and emotional and all Norse mythology and stuff. But yeah, God of War Ragnarok was officially the end of that Norse era, and now we're just sitting around waiting on God of War 6.
No tutorials, no mercy. Just Bit Crush.
Welcome to Bit Crush, where your save file cries for help.
And okay, rumor is it's gonna be a total overhaul again, another reboot. That's the word anyway. Now, we don't officially know what mythology it's moving into. Egyptian, Mayan, who knows? But what we do have is this report from some pretty credible sources. Apparently, Sony greenlit a spin-off game to kind of tide us over while Santa Monica Studio works on the next big thing. So today, we're gonna break down everything we know about this upcoming God of War spin-off. What kind of game it might be, when it could come out, and how it fits into the rest of the series. There's a lot, so check the video chapters if you want to jump around. Let's dive in. Okay, so leading up to all these summer game showcases, right, rumors started bubbling up about what Sony was going to bring to the table. People were expecting some big first-party drops, but the state of play, yeah, it was kind of underwhelming, honestly. The only real announcement from PlayStation Studios was this Marvel fighting game, which, don't get me wrong, looks awesome, but, folks were really hoping for something God of War related. I mean, come on, the franchise turned 20 this year, and there's that Amazon adaptation in the pipeline. So it seemed the right time to announce another God of War game, or maybe even those HD re-releases of the OG Greek games. But nope, instead we start hearing these new rumors, right before the state of play, about a spin-off game, and not the Atreus one we'd all been hearing about for ever. Nah, this one's different. So check this out. Sources are saying this new God of War spin-off is going to be a 2.5D game set back in the Greek era. And the gameplay, it's supposed to be more like a Metroidvania than your typical God of War. Which, okay, that's a pretty big shift. I'm instantly picturing something like Prince of Persia, but with Kratos. That would be nuts, in a good way. So yeah, this would be a huge departure for the series. I mean, yeah, we've had smaller scale God of War games before, the PSP stuff, but nothing that's really gone off the rails from the mainline formula. A Metroidvania God of War game? Dude, that'd be wild. Personally, I'm a sucker for Metroidvanias. If it ends up being anything close to Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, that'd be amazing. Inject it straight into my veins. So these rumors started popping off a couple days before the 2025 summer state of play, and they didn't just come out of nowhere. Legit insiders were backing it. Tom Henderson, he chimed in on Twitter, X or whatever, saying something I'm hearing a lot of scuttlebutt about a 2.5D Metroidvania God of War. And yeah, the project didn't end up being at the state of play, but the fact that Henderson even mentioned it, that's big. Dude's usually right about this stuff. Jeff Grubb also backed it up, though not gonna lie, his track record's been a little shaky lately. Still, if both Grubb and Henderson are saying it, I'm listening. Now, I know this all sounds a little out of left field, but if you look around the industry, it kind of tracks. Ubisoft's Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown got massive love. Hollow Knight Silksong, people are foaming at the mouth waiting for that. Metroid Dread, that thing crushed it too. So yeah, smaller, tightly made Metroidvania games, totally trending. Also, they're way cheaper to make than full-blown AAA epics. So if Sony wants to stretch their budget and keep fans happy, this is actually a smart move. But here's what I really want to know, and maybe you feel the same. How old school is this game gonna be? Like, if they're taking us back to the Greek era, are they also bringing back the tone? Because let's be honest, those old games were like crazy violent, super over the top, and very much not family friendly. God of War 2018 and Ragnarok were way more toned down in that regard. Still awesome, but, different vibe. So does that mean the spin-off is going to go hard again? Like gory, brutal, unfiltered Kratos? I don't know, man, but I kind of hope so. And then there's the art style question. Like, are we talking gritty realism like the newer games? Or are we bringing back the exaggerated, colorful vibe of the OG trilogy? Honestly, if it's a 2.5D Metroidvania, the stylized approach would fit way better. Like, imagine the Lost Crown visuals, but with that God of War Greek twist. That'd be sick. So yeah, assuming this game is real, and it's looking more and more like it is, when are we actually gonna see it? I mean, yeah, fans are getting kind of antsy about the lack of Sony first-party announcements, but on the flip side, more studios are moving toward like shorter marketing cycles now. Announce it and drop it a few months later. Boom. Capcom just did that with Resident Evil 9, announced at Summer Game Fest, and it's dropping in like February. That's wild. But back to God of War, if this game was dropping in 2025, Sony probably would have already said something, right? So I'm thinking like 2026 at the earliest. And if it just entered development, maybe it's even further out, like 2027. But if it is in development, it's probably moving quicker than a mainline God of War game, right? So maybe like a 2-year cycle? That's reasonable. If it started last year, then we could maybe hear about it early 2026, like first state of play of that year. Now keep in mind, we've got a state of play in July this year. It's mostly Ghost of Tsushima stuff, but Sony usually does another one in September. I don't think we'll see the game there though. More likely 2026, like I said. Oh, and if Wolverine's dropping next year too, yeah, Sony's gonna want to space these out, right? You don't want to have people choose between 2 bangers. So yeah, maybe announce it early 2026 and release it later that year. That seems solid. But okay, this does kind of throw a wrench into the whole Atreus spin-off rumor, because a lot of us were like pretty convinced that was happening. Sony Santa Monica was supposedly working on it, but we've heard nothing. So maybe that project just like quietly got shelved, or maybe it never really existed in the first place. Could have been scrapped before it even got going. Honestly though, I'm okay with that. Like, if I have to pick between another Atreus story or going back to the Greek era with Kratos in a fresh new style, yeah, I'm taking the Greek trip all day. Especially if it's a Metroidvania. Like, I've said it before, I'll say it again, I love Metroidvanias. So God of War plus a Metroidvania? Yes, please. All right, that's it for now. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, are you hyped for this, or do you think it's like a weird direction? Either way, hit the like button if you had a good time, subscribe to Bit Crush with those notifications turned on, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.